Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. Success. That's what we have. That's what you are. That's what the conservative movement represents. That's what happened in 2016 on the night of November the 8th, going into the morning of the 9th. Success. It had been brewing. It looked like failure. You know the old saying, you fail a lot before you succeed? Because you got to get practice. You got to hone your skills. I don't know how many kicks I've thrown in my life before finally I can squeeze that thing in, and then suddenly it's just easy. It's just pop, 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 pop. How many punches? I'll go to the like the sporting goods store, and I'll hit the speed bag. And, kids will go up and hit it, and I'll hit the speed bag for 2 minutes, just dinking around because things are going. Other people are shopping. I'm having a good time, and I'll just go hit it because it's set up. It's got the air in it, and it is amazing. And in 2 minutes, I might hit that thing. I don't know, 150, 200 times, or something like that, maybe more, because I'm hitting it 3-4 times a second. So let's say I get 500 hits in, 250 per side. Yeah, I can do the math in my head. Look at that. Good education. So here's my point. That's 2 minutes dinking around. I used to hit the speed bag 10 minutes at a time. I mean, just going from side to side, like as if you were, going back and forth like through a fight. Left to your right, left to your right. Just and it has a little different sound when you move from one side to the other, one side to the other, and trying to keep that rhythm. I can't even keep it with my mouth. But anyway, here's my point. Many times when I got started hitting that thing, it was right. Couldn't hit it. Couldn't keep that thing going. Couldn't keep the rhythm. And then after, I don't know, 5,000 hits, more than that, many more than that, probably 100,000, 150,000. Suddenly I got a rhythm. Same thing with jumping rope. My son has a jump rope. He's got a little buddy outside, and they're jumping rope. Boop doop doop. And I go outside, and they go, we can't get beyond 10. And I said, let me see it. I took the rope. I'm switching it up, putting it, on one side of my body and the other, going back, pop, 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 doubling up, soup, 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 soup. Then I stopped it, went backwards, pop, started doing exactly the opposite. And I finished, handed it back to him after about 2 minutes. And the little boy goes, you can really jump rope. Yeah. You want to know how many hours I spent jumping rope? How many hours doing exactly what they did? Couldn't get beyond 10? What I'm telling you people is this. You think you were losers all that time back in the day. We weren't paying attention. We may not have been training as hard as we thought we were, but there came a point where we started to train. And let me give you a little hint, folks. This is what I tell people that I train. I tell them, trust your training. Not trust your instincts. Trust your training. You know what your training is. Your training is the education you actually got. Your training is hanging around the people that mean something to you and not becoming a superficial maggot like those leftists in Hollywood. Your training was staying true to who you are, your core, because you believed in something. You believed in God. You believe in family. You believe in country. That was your training. It was tested all along the way. And finally, you had to put your training into action. And when you first started, 2010, you trusted your training and you flipped Congress, or flipped one of those houses. I believe it was Congress. You trusted your training again in 2014. And it won. And you know what? You trusted your training in 2012 when you didn't elect Romney. In 2008 when you didn't elect John McCain. But in 2010 you flipped Congress. In 2014 you doubled down. And then you know what you did? You really trusted your training, because at this point you knew what success looked like. You were like, whoa, it ain't McCain. Whoa, it ain't Romney. It's not George Bush. and you trusted your training. Many of you trusted it earlier than some of the rest of us. I'm not giving myself an excuse, but I was a pundit. I knew I had to go on TV, and I was not going to declare. But admittedly, I wasn't a Trump guy during the primaries. But I said, whoever wins, I'll support 100%. And when Trump won, I jumped on the bandwagon. At that point, it wasn't that I was saying he was infallible. Was he boorish? Sure he is. You know, he reminds me of that. It's like I tell y'all guys all the time. He's a billionaire that doesn't act like a billionaire. Good for him. I don't like those pretentious, I'll just leave it at that. But I don't like them. I like guys that are down to earth. That, Donald Trump's the kind of guy you say, yeah, man, my car broke down. You say, man, you got to have a car, Kev. What's it going to cost you to fix it? I don't know, about $1,200. Here, call the office. We'll get you $1,200. He's not going to give you $12,000. He's not going to give you $100,000, but he'll give you $1,200. Because this thing is, that's enough for you to get it fixed, right? Yeah. Then you're back on your feet, aren't you? Yeah. Then get to going. All right. I got a friend like that, except he's a lot more generous. A lot more generous. But if you need something, you call him. He's there. But here's my point. You were building to success. And all those so-called losses that the left are laughing about. Joy, what's her face? Joy Behar. She's laughing. Donald Trump's going down because of Michael Flynn. And then what happens? Next day, poof, she gets knocked out. Because see, Joy's not training. She doesn't want to know anything. She doesn't want to hone her skills and understand what the fight is really about. That doesn't matter to her. She just wants to win. She thinks she can go from no training to winning. Why? Because I'm brash and I'm bullish and I'm funny. You're none of it except brash. And I could go with a few other adjectives. But you trained. You started listening to shows like mine. You started paying attention to people like me. I'm not taking all the credit for you, even though I did put a couple of muscles on you. Let's just face it. Okay. But the point is, you are now ready for battle. You know how to win. You know what success looks like. And now I will take nothing less than that from you. You're looking back at Romney. Many of you said, I can't stand, I hate myself for wanting to vote for Romney. But you know what? You're not going to be fooled again. You're not fooled by the media industrial complex. You're not fooled by the lies of the left. You know what to look for. You know what a good sparring partner is too. You're ready for the fight. Bring it, lefty. Come on, baby. Bring it, Rhino. Bring it, anti-Trumper. Because you're training, and you're training every day.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177, or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.